Hello? Hello? Hello, everybody. Hello? Hello, Daniel. Hello, Habibi. Hello, Sato. Hello, Danny. Hello, Exynth. Hello, Dradens. Hello, Vinci. Hello. Hello. We're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Funny game. It is a game. See if this works. There we go. Look! What language should I do? How's your Monday going? It's alright. Have you played Stanley Parable before? I have, but for the sake of this stream, should I say no? I think I should say yes. I think it's probably going to do some stupid tutorial stuff, which if you guys really want to see that stuff, you guys can go to, see a video. I don't know. I'll do that. Espanol is funny as crap. Please enter the current time. 8:04. No, I put AM. God. You know it's a good game when they start asking you what language you would like to use. Okay. Let's start.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
oh my God, Stanley
was happy.
My boy is a real gamer.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stanley shat himself immediately. All right. I haven't played this in a while. Oh my God, the crouch is so fast. Stanley? Stanley?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Oh dang,
but
we
it didn't make a
shat!
single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
How's everybody doing? I'm gonna turn all the fucking computers off. These computers are rotting our minds. Ah, yes. So apparently this door here opens back up, or opens up, and it says like new content at some point.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, what should we do? Should we be good at for the first time or bad? I'm doing fine, darn diddly do. Good. An office? Let's obey the narrator. Left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for... Oh. Wait, can I zoom? No. No, I can't. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Stripes. Bi-quarterly post-review. A lot of percent. Teenagers. Size of demographic. Space between the teenagers. Ah, yes. The method we all love. Oh! Yeah, because have you finished your custom C++ game engine yet? Yes.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. I didn't.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But I want to be in the broom closet. I like the cardboard.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yeah, this is the speedrun strat.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because it's cool. I like it. It's a good safe space.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
But I could look at...
It didn't occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
But I could look at the tape.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Do you guys find it concerning? Well, I want the broom closet ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh, that's
he
mean.
He only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
The broom closet.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet.
I don't remember any of this.
And we're just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation
and you collapsed
like this,
on the keyboard.
The responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand
not getting the broom closet ending.
first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Damn, this game just became National Geographic.
Ah, second player. It's good to... You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
How much do you know about the Ultra Lux
Perhaps there's a
edition?
monkey nearby you can
Barely
have
anything.
controls to.
I have
A
avoided
fish,
all spoilers.
fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I think that's it. Wow, that was crazy. That was the Ultra.
Stanley
Can I go
walked
back?
upstairs
shit.
to his boss's office.
But I want to go down there. What do I do? I'll go up. I'll go up. I'll do what he says. Executive bathroom. To be rich, isn't it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick up just one. Extreme bathrooms. The deluxe version, I mean. I haven't played the game in a long, so I wonder if it's worth buying. We'll see. I don't know shit about the deluxe version, but it certainly is.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course,
Whoops.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Whoops. Fuck. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
Imagine
buttons
reading
on
a
the
magazine
keypad,
about bathrooms
Stanley
in a
happened
bathroom.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. Bathception. It's turned into a horror game. Yeah, but I've played the original Stanley Parable, so some of this stuff I can remember. It's been like forever since I played this, though.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Played the mod version last
It was a
night.
stirring of emotion.
How
in his
mean-spirited
chest,
he used to be.
As though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wait, can I just go back up?
Oops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office?
Didn't think that I
that's
could
a
just go
great
back up.
question. I just can't wait to find out.
Yeah. What did the mod do? Is it going to change anything?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points.
It used to be a
one
Half-Life
after
2
the
mod
other,
before it was a full game.
weaving
The
a
writing
rich
was meaner.
tapestry of uncompromising
I
narrative.
didn't know that.
Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Can I go
Ladies
back
and
up?
Gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Oh my
I
God.
can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I didn't know you could do this. I thought it locked behind you. It's amazing. What's he gonna say?
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me.
Yo, was
Give
it
me
muted?
a time out here for a minute while I process this.
That's just you, I think. Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning
issue with the
revelation
audio
and
quality?
to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
It's fine for me. Yeah. Sounds hella messed up. I'll check it in just a sec here.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for
Audio
gripping
sounds normal.
narrative, Master
Okay.
Stanley.
Yeah, maybe you two that are having audio issues, just refresh, see if it works. I can check on my end quick still though. I can check
Let's
on my
see.
end.
I have made space in my worldview.
No, it sounds fine. It sounds fine. Just kidding. I just wanted to, you bastard.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go back up. Is he gonna do anything? Aw. Is that it? Oh, no,
You
it's
know
not.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense,
Later science.
the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go.
am I a little
It's so
violent?
precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
I wonder how many hours of sassy air narrator has
There
recorded.
we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like
You probably figure it out
nowadays
by
the only
ripping the
thing
files.
that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's
This is
the
fucking
tension?
wild.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley.
Oh,
what
I'm
you
so
and I are
excited.
doing right now. This is the most
Oh,
exciting
go all the way
narrative
up there.
to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know.
This is so long.
People look up to you. Which is why Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner.
Oh, I was going to turn around and go back down the elevator without fucking going to it. Oh, shit, I should have stayed in the elevator and pressed the button again. Oh. Your mom. Oh, Neil, no. No, you.
Ah, yes. Here it is, just through this door.
It just did like the Minecraft door sound. I'm going back to the elevator. Oh, hell no, I'm 20 minutes late to what happened without me. I kept going in the elevator. Oh, I can't. All right, let's go to our press conference. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Based in elevator build.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Stanley Ryder.
And what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
All this from just going in the elevator a couple times. Oh, that's what he looks like. It's Stanley. It's Stanley. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Your coworkers. Oh. The guy who went to Mars. Oh my God. Oh, it's so loud. Ah! My ears. Didn't make him do the entry yet. Oh, that was it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've never gotten that ending before in the past. I don't know if that's new or whether I just missed it before. This is all for your custom C+ engine. There it goes. Stanley got flashbanged. Stanley had a heart attack. Stanley had a heart attack while he was on the stage.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
I was going the right.
The door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Well, it was very
Stanley
anticlimactic.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I would
Stanley
hate to have this
simply
as a
stood
break
here,
room.
drinking it all in.
I'd be the idiot that trips on this shit and gets it, makes it so they have to put like new construction in to fix it.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Did you get the broom closet ending? That's my
captivating.
Did you get the broom closet ending? That's my favorite ending.
Here you sit looking at these
Is this a
chairs
speed
and some
run?
paintings.
Yes.
Really worth it. But eager
I'm just
to get
really,
back to
really
business,
bad at speed
Stanley
running.
took the first open door on his left.
Would be a good VR play space though, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think so.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's go to A4. True. Although not sure about the flashbang part. I've been flashbanged in VR
Stanley,
before.
I think perhaps we've
It's
gotten
not
off
too
on the
horrible.
wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Was
All
that
of
a
his
horse?
co-workers were gone.
It's a
What
seahorse.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You can't jump. I got a meeting called You
When
Can't
Stanley
Jump.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Can I fucking...
Nah. Let me through. No.
Oh. I was trying to juke it out. Stanley is
Yet
very
there was not a single
powerful.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Door stuck!
Stanley decided to go, oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I had to check the 2013 build to see if the
Coming to
elevator
a
ending was
staircase,
it. It isn't.
Stanley
The elevator
walked
only has the
upstairs to his boss's
down arrow.
office.
Oh. That is new. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
went through
in
this
a
room.
single moment for no reason at all. None of it made
But it's like
any
the same
logical
room.
sense.
It's the same
as
room over and
Stanley
over again.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah,
Were
they do look
simply
familiar.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh, I can't go back through them.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I love
He thought to
mountains.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up
Stanley-
soon. I'll have to go
Stanley
back to
is
my
immune
boring
to
real
feet
life job
fetishes.
pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it
Whoa.
too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in
Not
my
immune to
head
feet fetishist
dictating everything
imagination.
that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it
This is
particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me,
least he
thinking about
didn't
how
tell
it's
you that you
describing my
imagine feet.
thoughts. He
Yes.
thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all
It's really
people in their
cool how this
dreams,
still looks like Source
the
even though it's
truth was that,
Unity.
of course,
Oh shit, it's
this was
Unity
not a
now?
dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
I thought they transferred
Stanley
to
is
Unreal.
as awake right now as he's
But yeah,
ever been
I
in
guess
his
I can
life.
see the Unity now. But yeah, it still
Now,
really
hearing
looks like
the voice
Source.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could
You
just...
know it was Unity? Yeah.
He would prove it.
It's crazy.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a
Step
dream.
up these.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Just
Please,
imagine its source.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be
normal.
fine. I am okay.
I am normal. Well, it's still in here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Sorry, Stanley, you're an NPC.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Why are we still here?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead
And
on
we
the
should just
sidewalk.
start straight up
And
screaming
although
when the
she would soon
narrator
turn
said
to
that.
go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments,
shit,
she
Stanley
considered
died.
the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
Some days,
she thought to herself
you were
how
Stanley.
lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
Some days,
so it was only a
oh, yeah,
moment that she stood there.
sometimes
staring down
I
the
dream
body,
about
and
cheese.
then she turned and ran.
Stanley dead? Real? I love how she looks disappointed. She's like,
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his
What could it mean?
co-workers were gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley decided to shit himself. New content! No! No, that's what you guys are here for.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
No, I won't do it. Okay. Recommend closing and reopening the game from time to time? Alright. Pog?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Hello, Mega.
After receiving
Just in
critical
time,
and commercial
actually.
success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable
Do the
Ultra
elevator thing
Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Bro, 2013, I'm old.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
Gonna
Ultra
learn the egg
Deluxe.
trick, guys. Everyone be
Well,
calm.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra
I wanna go
Deluxe
that way.
content.
Same.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a
Just
mesmerizing
inject me with that
adventure.
content. A new adventure.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Sounds like a fucking game reviewer.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump now! Whoa! Do you have to pay for this? Yeah. I wish I got this for free. I wish I had that kind of connection. Can't wait for the egg trick. I have 7 remaining. Let's make this last one count. Yeah! Oh, I can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No. That was the best thing in the world. What are you talking about, narrator?
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say...
Mr. Worldwide famous YouTuber not getting free games? Cringe.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I've been playing too much SCP lately. I keep checking around corners when I go through doors. Oh, it's the Counter-Strike pot. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them
Test
personally
achievement description replace this.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content.
The peanut might show up at any
never
moment.
have lived up to such expectations.
Damn, this game takes me
If
back.
you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I'm not your friend, narrator. Twitter. That's not the same. This is different. Oh my god, it's my office.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
But I wanted to go that way. Oh, is that just the normal game?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork. Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
That was so perfectly timed, too. That was awesome. Just don't be mean to the narrator. He's doing his best. He's like, you're a oh, never mind. That was so well executed.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Elden Ring!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I don't want it. I can't go back. Be calm, guys. Amicus is gonna learn the egg trick soon. This is pretty. Oh, look at those painted backgrounds. Whoa! This is epic. This looks nice. I'd actually want a whole game in this style right here.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Zone, sweet zone. Oh my god, is that old Steam? It looks old. Oh, it's set to 2013 as the year. My first car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. How'd they pull off the Source Engine look? I guess they just really experienced with that stuff. It all has just have to do with assets, really. Mozilla Firefox. This is actually pretty interesting. The Last of Us. It's cringe Russian Steam. Is that Russian Steam? Fortunately, there was no results for egg trick porn. Tried searching for something else. Assets. Mega? What? Oh. Still looks like Source. What the fuck? It is impossible to get this achievement. That's such a mean achievement for people who, like, do, try to get 100% on every game. Oh, why would they leave the disc out like that? Video game releasing today. Created surprisingly down to earth. 50% off designer hat. But a small creature owns the other half. Today, sunny, hot, humid, high 92. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Warm and humid, low 74. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, hot, humid, high 90. Weather map, page 118. Who announces a video game through a newspaper? Me! That's what I'll do it. The Stanley Parable deals D's nuts. D's nuts. How many people used the achievement manager to get the impossible achievement? I'm sure quite a few. Aww. Little Stanley. Not a virgin or incel anymore. Guys, Amicus can't read? I read that perfectly. What are you talking about?
Parable, Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Cappy.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona.
Like everyone
3.
knows
It was
Amicus
all of
is
them.
illiterate.
And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
With an hour of new elevator content. Oh, it's Portal. I'm a fan that they gave their new name instead of their old name back when they wrote their review. Oh. No, it ain't. It's true. Top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable 2013. What's this? Memory zone maintenance. Person of the year. Oh, it's Hammer. There's rumors Amicus is actually an AI. Yes.
Yes, I'm an AI. There, hello. He lifted the curtain. Now everybody knows I'm an AI.
Fucking voice sucks.
This time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting
Literally
dust
anything.
in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
People play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Capencel. Capergin? Virginia. The greatest
These were
wealth is
simpler
memory.
times, Stanley. But I wouldn't
Oh.
give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these
Steam
reviews were
reviews.
glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no, Steam!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
Is this a real
The narrator was
review?
obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Can't even read the positive one. Oh, a Nintendo version, it calls it pressurized gas instead of steam. That's funny. Oglivia is now a name that will forever live in infamy. I have the Switch version. Pressurized steam. Squishy sound. Not recommended. Who's that?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Someone who did a bad review on Good Game. Because please, when you use the narrator voice, I can't tell if it's the game or you. I'm sorry.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these
blurred out the good reviews in the memory zone.
Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
A skip button?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination...
How long does this go on for?
The deduction, therefore, becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. So. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of
Oh.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
The clock has stopped.
We've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119,
Ow, my ear!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed.
The narrator will die.
Entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little
Gotta go play
thumbs-down
Minecraft,
review
CEO.
and make all
Okay,
of their
CEO.
pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First,
All right.
the end is never the end, is never the end.
He's going crazy.
Is never the end, 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 is never.
Yeah, because please, narrator will die. Oh. Oh. Oh, I kept trying to use a flashlight. How many years has it been? Oh my God. Berries. Is the narrator still here? You know, if you didn't skip that second one, he actually would have taught you the egg trick. Portal 2 moment. Oh no! This is actually kind of terrifying. This got really scary. Global warming experience. Oh shit. What the fuck? Let me skip ahead again. Please. When did it turn into a horror game? Oh my God. Oh. Congratulations, you ended planet Earth. I didn't mean to. He just wanders out into the desert. What? That's it? Wait, where's the narrator?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message,
They killed him,
please
Amic.
terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your
How
perceptual sphere. Thank you,
unfulfilling.
and have a pleasant day.
Forget to close and reopen the game.
No, I haven't. I think it might be in the car.
The narrator is dead. All right. See you in a bit. Awaiting input. Input received. Input received. Play the game like this. New content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I didn't. Begin the game again. Do you mean like this, or like close it and reopen it? Look for some capsule in the desert. Do you know that there's actually an ending if you do play the baby game for 4 hours? Yeah, I saw that video about that. Was it like the game theorists that like not hired somebody, but like just paid somebody to sit there for 4 fucking hours and click the baby button? All right, fully close. Stanley fully closed the game. Hold on. Is it working? There we go. Please enter the current time. 9:04 p.m. There we go. What's wrong with that? You got a problem with game theory? Yes! Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. And that's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. The big game, oh boy. There's a dark box in that ending of the original game, which wasn't meant to be there at all. The people assumed it was part of the ending when it was just a glitch. I didn't know that. Set it to 420. I will. I will!
This is...
I don't need to watch that again. This is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All of his co-workers were dead. All of his co-workers were dead. What could it mean?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
6:21 p.m. My favorite time is 6:21. 4:20, Stanley. 4:20.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting
New
on the
content.
Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa! Sequel! Wow!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
We should really get the baby game ended.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe,
Taste the
don't you think?
sequel.
Ultra Deluxe. What does it even mean?
Sip.
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
Data drink.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
2, 3, do. What is that? Dra? Du. Do. Zwei. Du. Dos. Zwo. Fact. I have a jumbo shrimp and you don't. Actually, I do have jumbo shrimp in my fucking freezer. All of his co-workers asked who Candace was. And they replied with ligma balls. Oh, how clever. 2. That's a sequel, holy shit. These nuts. Stanley, do you have any idea who Candace is? Joe Mama. Ha! Got him. Stanley Parable 2. The fucking font. Oh, is that the, I can't tell if that middle one is the, fuck, what's it called? The, beginner's guide font. Thanks for attending my meeting. Montreal. Now Red lives in Winnipeg. The Stanley 2 Parable. The amount of graphics design that's in this is fucking nuts. Somebody went fucking nuts on all the posters and stuff. I just live somewhere in Texas. No, I don't. I'd fucking never live in Texas. Oh my god. Now we can play 2-player.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable
doxed
2 is
yourself.
going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic
Scrum.
than anything scientific or logical, really.
That's not a 9, it just says goo. Goo? USA, Minnesota, Minneapolis. No. Fucking 2, it looks so bad. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. 2 balls? Who took the red marker? Me. Peru? Lima? Ligma? The prequel to Stanley Parable. 2 is the sequel to The Stanley Parable is the prequel to The Stanley Parable. 2 is the sequel. Oh, okay. 2. I think I've seen that vector before. No, because it's in Papua New Guinea. No. New content. New features. Oh, exciting stuff.
Here we are.
This reminds me of the museum ending.
Try out some of the new features.
New features. Oh my god. Can I see it? Nope. Where could you be? I know 6 possible locations where you could be. You just ultra-doxed yourself. I am on planet Earth. He lives in the North Pole. Yes, that's where I am. Enjoy the new futures. What's wrong with Texas?
An epilogue.
I don't want to live there.
Wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break the game. Nope. An epilogue. This is fucking nuts. Love the Stanley Parable 2 theme. Yeah, this is pretty good. As someone who totally lives in Amika's bathroom consensually, I know exactly where he lives, and this is in fact the North Pole. Did you see the fucking face app on that? That looks so weird. Say, hypothetically, you were doing my mom, doing my mom.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers! Two balls. More like one ball. This is fucking nuts.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
But he's not going to replenish it? Please? I don't get to jump ever again. Is Texas full of guns, and are you traumatized by firearms? No. I'm the furthest person traumatized from firearms. He's dreaming from tribal North Sentinel Island. Jump circle, this map, free achievement. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Wait, where's that? Alright, let's go to there. Really jumped the gun on those jumps. Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on
Wait,
this
does
one.
it?
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Stanley Parable NFT. What jumps? I'm 12 minutes behind.
Oh, actually,
It's an inside joke.
maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Free new easy achievement. Did I just go down there? Can't believe it's that simple. Is this just that one? Yeah, it's just that. I'm gonna try it one more time. Oh. I can't get the free achievement. No! Alright. Where haven't I been? That's new. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? What is this, God?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
This is fucking scary. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jump circle. I'm trying to find that button thing. I can't fucking navigate maps worth shit. I'm so bad at it. N is the... what? Jump circle. Okay, jump circle's there. Okay, so it should be just over here. And then to the left. Oh, next to the merch. Reassurance bucket. I want to buy the merch. The end is never the end again. Oh, the 36 jumps. Yes. Reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the
I know
game
that you
to be
live in the
less
US.
uncomfortable. Can you imagine?
Oh,
what
wow,
feeling
how'd you
that
know?
would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort,
Like
even
evil
in
laugh.
the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I drop the bucket? Wait, can I not drop the bucket?
Does anyone give out awards for most...
What the fuck? Am I just stuck with this bucket? Yeah, I'm just stuck with the bucket.
enjoyable bucket in a video game?
You are the
That
bucket.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
The button that says your name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I feel like I'm slidier now.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
That's weird.
I want you to...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No! Jim! I'm only Jim now. I'm taking the Jim button away. Jim. This fucking game's awesome.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
What haven't I seen yet? Alright, jump circle, free achievement, button that says his name, merch, settings world champion? That's, right over here. Jim. The hole. Settings world champion. What? Where's that? Is it right here? What? What? I'm leaving.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
That's it? The hole. Ugh.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Amicus doesn't understand
Do it on
maps.
the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Yes, I'm completely map illiterate. I can't
Okay,
navigate a map.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Wait.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing.
Is it just going to eventually disappear?
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Can I just walk away then?
There it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Oh, what?
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Cigarettes.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
No! I didn't mean it! I didn't mean it! What? Oh, let me out! Yes! Yes! Yeah! This is so epic. That's trippy. It looks like rounder as you get further down. What? What the fuck? This is actually nuts. Yeah, it is. Change your perception? It doesn't change the fucking facial expression at all. What the fuck?
Stronger, you're no longer using up the space in my.
This is so fucking bizarre.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle-pip? Is he gonna do it again? He's just gonna do it again. Wait, no? Oh my god.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Can I go back to the hole? That was like that was probably the best fucking part of this so far. That was fucking insane. Wait, where's the hole again? Where was it? That's the name thing. All time. Yeah. Infinite hole. Mostly infinite hole. It changed. Where'd it go? What's down here? It's down here. Wait. What? No! No! Well, the name button changed too. I'm starting to have a feeling Amicus also doesn't know directions. What are you talking about? It was over there before, wasn't it? It literally had like whole stuff around it. Sag. Jump circle. Give me more jumps. No. 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 The button that says Jim. That's Jim. Can I go can I go press it again? You heard Jim in the game. Oh, it's still gone. He keeps taking things away. We demand the Jim button. Wait, maybe he'll say something if I walk up to him. Nope. I would actually buy a gym button. Gym. Gym. Cold drinks. Ugh. Why does that one sound terrible? You should go to settings. Go to settings, world champion. Yeah, if I could fucking read a map. Mostly infinite hole. Horrible nostalgia, that sound. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that sound. It's terrible. Oh, did these balloons get added everywhere? Oh, because of that. Wait, why is he sad? Wasn't he like blank-faced before? He wasn't sad before, was he? At the stairs near the mostly infinite hole, you just have to keep going. Just keep going up. These stairs? Wait, no, not these stairs. Around the corner. Right? No. What are you talking about? Unless you're talking about these ones? He's sad because he's Stanley. Oh, up here. What? Subtitle background opaque. Show content warnings. Oh, really? I can't do anything here. Doesn't let me in. It doesn't let me in. As you may think this is a troll, but to get in you gotta slide all your settings, each number, and also click on off every button. Are you serious? This is so stupid. I swear to God. You're not that based. You're not based enough. Yep, I'm doing the sub menus.
This story of a man.
This is just stock music.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, do I have to go through all of these too? Okay. Do I have to mess with these? What am I missing? What am I missing? Did I miss something? I didn't miss something, did I? Forgot the submenu and presentation. Oh. No, I didn't. Did I? Or maybe accessibility? Oh boy! Yeah, this is super exciting stuff, isn't it? God damn it! Settings World Champion. Set all the sliders in the menu to all available numbers. It's just all the sliders. I can do this. It's only the sliders. At least that's what it says on the achievement. This is definitely not going to be worth it. Oh! I remember when I did it, I had to do all the buttons as well. I don't know. All the sliders. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just using the arrow keys right now. So it goes through every number. This is exciting stuff. This is the fucking worst. This achievement makes me live in Spain. So submenus? Nope. Oh my god. Ah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh man, I thought it was talking, so it was like it fucking worked or something. Oh. Oh, these ones I can't use the arrow keys on.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Well, it wasn't live right now, so I could fast forward through this. I wish I could fast forward through this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ah! Oh. I'll gladly accept the blame for making him do this. I swear to fucking God. If this doesn't do anything exciting. This is the story of a man. This is... Oh, I did it! I did it! I did it! Let me in! Ah! How do I restart the map? Begin the game again? Oh. No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You gotta reset the map. It's okay, I'll just run straight there.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes,
I have something very
exciting to show you.
Show me! We're just gonna go back into the new content door. It still works. Okay. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Let me in. I need to see what I worked so hard for.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Speedrun!
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Speedrun!
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense.
You can go back to the hole now.
Take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Get out. Oh, speedrun!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
No.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with
No.
a fully fledged sequel. An
No.
entirely new experience built from the
Backward
ground
rehab.
up.
I
Why,
can't
there's
jump,
many
so I'll just have to do this.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Jim has a
Now,
whole
to be
bucket
clear,
load of
I haven't
collectible
quite nailed
content.
down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going
Jim.
to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure
Oh, I turned on the subtitle thing. Accessibility. I don't need that.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more... Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. I will try all the features. I will try them. I swear he wasn't upset before. Maybe he was. Huh. Have you met Stanley yet? Yes. I have. Because he is me. He was upset. Okay.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bumpscosity. 1,000. What did it do? I'll set it to 100. Does it do anything? Not sure if I should tell him what it does or not. Do I spoil it? If it's a big spoiler, do not. Out of order. Oh, I can't collect it anymore. Don't even know what it does.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
I want to get that bucket.
There. It's future
I feel lonely without the bucket
it
now.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Long-term franchising potential. I need the
common
bucket!
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And give me the bucket! It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Are the balloons picked in this?
Can you feel it? The glow
start of the
comfort, even in the face of
I can go
crushing
check.
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable.
All the lighting on the bucket, too. Oh, look at that lighting on the bucket, and look at that cube map swap. I love it.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Where is the balloon?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I think it was over here. Time to get this kind of lighting in OBM. Yes. Balloons!
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Get well
but
someday.
I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get
Oh,
well
it's always the
someday
opposite, okay.
It is.
Get well someday.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Jump circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Nope.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it
How
can
do
just
I
be a
exit?
nice decorative piece then.
That's new. Where's the exit? Can I exit with my bucket? Where was the exit? E. It was over here. Okay. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
What's that? The G-Man? It's right there. A clue. New mug.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply...
It's me!
Insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that fucking menu is trippy. Oh! We're going to close and reopen the game. Yes, I will. I will. I will. I did it. I will change the time to something funny. Your favorite kind of day. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 4:20 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 4:20 p.m.? You know, I just can't say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm just having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how things like to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. See you later, Habibi. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready in the next time you boot up the game. Do I have my bucket? How do I get my bucket?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's my bucket?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where's my bucket? There it is.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, I'm amazed that they were able to like make it sound like it's coming from the same exact microphone setup and everything too. Almost 10 years later. It's insane.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
This is
No.
insane.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
All
yes.
different.
Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Is it all the same but just with
All of
different
his
dialogue
co-workers
now?
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a... Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes, Leno.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Lano, Danny
But
says
Stanley
hi.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Fuel.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
bucket out
took
to
the
do the
door on his
trick.
left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
The two of them. Say hi
good
back. Ask her
Stanley.
where
I'm
her
glad
bucket
you
is.
found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Wait, what?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
This is definitely new too.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Can I just wait? Oh, I was kind of hoping that he would just... Yeah, oh, the broom closet again.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
This again.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Yeah,
Don't you remember all those great
with
jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
A new character?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I don't wanna.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it for the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and crush.
I don't remember. Yeah. Really?
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here,
It's fucking
you
broken.
were magnificent.
Bucket Destroyer. For the fans. No, he's dead. It just restarts.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Everything just fucking... It's just the same game with a bucket now. But how do you break this? I forget. Maybe it was back here. There's a way you could, like, walk out the window. I forget, couldn't you like walk up on the side of like a printer or something before? Or did they change it? I swear you were able to like get out of the map and it like there was an ending that way. Yeah, that one. Yeah, but what do I do now? When you crouch on it, you're not tripping. You walked on a chair by spamming crouch on it, you're not tripping. Yeah. 434. Is that this way? 434. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what it was.
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans.
Oh my God.
And the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Oh my God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All 12 emblems? What the fuck? Oh no, this one doesn't float. You did it, you killed the bucket. Ugh. All right, what time is it? All right, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I think I'm gonna leave it off here. I might play it again, maybe on Wednesday, and then what else should I do on Wednesday? I don't know. I'll figure something out on Wednesday. I'll do some more Blender on Wednesday probably. Have some fun Blender sculpting. Be really funny if you got the broom closet ending with the bucket. An epilogue if you're interested. Yeah, I'll probably do that on Wednesday. Actually, let me go to the broom closet with the bucket. And that's how we ended up.
Through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Don't do this to us.
Stanley clutched the bucket
was it on the left?
To his chest and entered the door on his left. Still
a lot more to this game than you think. Even some of the old endings have changed.
The bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
There it is.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be. given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked
all of
this
this just
broom
makes
closet for
Stanley
a
into
variety
a
of
crazy
reasons,
person.
But even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed
7
and
hours?
evolved over the years.
I mean, yeah, it's a full game.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That was a good sound.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Dragonborn.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Can I go back in? Nope.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. I got it!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yes! Finally. What's this? Does that actually say anything? I can't read it. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, we'll play some more of this on... Oh my gosh! Mochi! Mochi! Can I end the stream? My dog's squeaking a toy. I'm gonna end it here. If you hear squeaking in the background, that's my dog. Yeah, I'll play some more of this on Wednesday, and if I have any other time left over, then we'll do some Blender as well. But yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday.